What's up? What's up? You know, it's an interesting day when you see people get their profiles moderated when they have, you know, nothing bad, like no profanity, no vulgarness, no anything. I mean, are people so petty that they have to they have to stoop as low as to get your profile moderated? And I've seen this in a multitude of cases in the last week. I know about 10 different people who got theirs moderated, and guess what? When I woke up today and I turned on my system, yeah, it was moderated. And now you gotta ask the obvious question, well, what did you have in the profile, that it needed moderated? Well, I had something in my profile, um, something to the effect of, Dead by Daylight, and I just said DBD, the letters, DBD, devs suck. And that was pretty much the extent of it. So as you can see, nothing vulgar, nothing obscene. But amazingly enough, somebody was so petty that they had to go and press all the right, channels to try to, get it moderated. I mean, I don't understand. If you spend as much time, moderating, suspending, and or banning the individuals who actually need it, the community would clearly be a better place. And I feel like it's an unfair community. I mean, you're gonna let PC people come over here with every vulgar profanity type name and say nothing, do nothing about it. But the minute a PlayStation person does that, you're done. I mean, I'm seeing people's names like, cock and balls and, I fucked your mother and, I've got a fat pussy. I mean, these are all things that I've seen in lobbies recently with PC people, but they don't do anything about them. But yet they're still appearing on our network, you know, but because they're not physically part of this network, they're not bound by the same rules and regulations. And the DBD devs are bad. They're terrible. They cater to killers, constantly nerf survivors. It's been going on for years. And all they do as a patch fix, is usually it's graphics. And what happens with that? Well, what happens is they try to butter us up and give us blood points, just like today. They said, "Oh, we fucked up. Here's 500,000 blood points." What? How about don't get us flood points and, I mean, when's the last time you've seen the game actually shut down so they could do maintenance? Never. You know, I mean, every other company, they typically shut the game down, you know, for a few hours, maybe 5 hours, whatever, you know, whatever it takes. And they fix their shit. Behavior? Oh no. They're afraid they might miss, you know, that almighty, you know, greenback dollar, so they just keep it going. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like moderation, in a way, is, you know, it's a violation of constitutional rights. I mean, you know, what happened to freedom of speech? And how do you separate, you know, I guess they would try to use the terminology slander, but how do you, you know, how do you separate the two? And which one supersedes the other? Well, in my opinion, Constitution supersedes all, therefore freedom of speech overrules. And again, it's not like I said, hey, they're pieces of shit, and, you know, I want to kill these motherfuckers, and, you know, I said none of that. I simply said behavior devs suck, and left it at that. And they do. I mean, it's fact. I mean, just look at today when I logged in. Every day, it's like something else with them. But then again, you know, they cater to PCs, so, and that's, you know, that's another problem. It truly, truly is. I think everybody should have the equal same stuff, or it shouldn't be there. I mean, myself, you know, I'm actually over digital, right? I mean, I'd say for the first time in, you know, 4 or 5 years, I can say that they actually, you know, did something good with the rank system, but at the same time, it's also still going to have a negative impact. And you're probably scratching your head right now going, what? Okay, well, let's let's define it. Okay, well, with the Pippin rank system, yeah, they made it a lot better for, I'd say, the overall players. But now you gotta remember, you've got all these toxic tryhards, and we all know that we have more of them than not. And now with the rank reset, not resetting us back a few ranks, I mean, I was just rank 1. Well, as you can see, as per the reset, I'm nowhere near rank 1. And I probably won't be ever again because I've just really lost the will to really, put in the time and effort that it takes to get there because, well, let's all be realistic here. You spend all month getting to rank 1, and let's just hypothetically say, if you have kids at home, you have, job, you have your regular responsibilities to your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, your pets even. I mean, come on, dogs need to be walked. So with all these things taken into consideration, it can take you 3 weeks to get to rank 1. 3 weeks. Well, you spend 3 weeks getting to rank 1. Oh, big fucking deal. Because now, 6 days later, guess what? It's a full reset. And now, essentially, you've lost everything that you worked all month for. And again, let's be realistic here. What is the actual purpose, other than to show off, about getting to rank 1? There isn't one. You don't get some, great reward. You don't get a trophy for reaching rank 1 at least one time. I think that's garbage. You don't get any randomized, free gift, such as an outfit or, something. I mean, you literally work all month putting up with all the toxicity trolls who face cam tunnel, nod their head, shake their head, tunnel you straight off the hook. I mean, let's be realistic here. Is it really worth the pain and effort? No, it's really not. To me, I feel like Dead by Daylight's, I don't know. I treat it I treat it more like a hobby, you know? I mean, the basic principle of the game is, it's pretty cool. But I like the asymmetrical, you know, I like the survivor team ups with people, and you know, even though a lot of times it can be negative, it's nice that you're able to interact, with 3 other survivors. You can message them, you can friend them, you can, team up. I mean, all these things it's a great concept. But the problem is this game literally breeds toxicity. And there's so many ways the toxicity could be cut down, but nobody does anything about it. I mean, let's talk about all the kids that are playing that, according to the age restriction, they're not supposed to be here. But they are. And they're the ones that are far more toxic, than any of them. I mean, behavior decides it's okay and perfectly fine for them to, put an extremely overpowered ban timer on us. But I don't know. I don't agree with the ban timer based on the events that take place on a day-to-day basis. You know, for example, right out the gate, killer tunnels you right off first hook. He tunnels you. Well, now the killers are gonna chime in and try to scream, well, that's strategy. No, that's a dick move. You're being a shit player. I mean, we all know that both survivors and killers have objectives, and we can agree on that. And I'm saying, like, let's say Nancy was just put on the hook. Why would you jeopardize your own points as a killer by just immediately tunneling her straight off the hook and hooking her again, when you could simply hit and chase the other survivor that got her off the hook? And again, and I don't care who doesn't like it, why be a dickhead cocksucker of a killer and slug for DS? I feel like this is something that 100% needs to be addressed immediately. You know, I mean, I don't want to hear, oh, survivors are using this as a toxic tool. Come on, dude. Yeah, that's water under the bridge, because killers literally use everything at their disposal to be toxic. So, your argument, holds no water. I mean, imagine the amount of people that we've lost over the years. Imagine the amount of people that we have lost with integration of all the new perks and killers like Pinhead. I mean, I played with an individual who never DCs, and now since the integration of Pinhead, oh no, this individual pretty much DCs every time it's a Pinhead. We don't even do anything, and she automatically DCs. But people are just tired of these overpowered killer perks and, broken hitboxes. I mean, like, unless they come out with some, massively cool new survivor or something. I mean, I P3'd Nancy. I've been working on it for, just a few days, and, well, that's pretty much probably going to be my final, final survivor. I'm sick of pumping blood points, getting blood points, getting tunnels, getting count. I mean, I've actually seen a few matches where you can't even go in and get a gen done because the match is so toxic. I mean, and when you go in, and I don't mean a team, I just mean 4 survivors in a random lobby, but it changes nothing. I don't want to hear good player, bad player, piece of shit, blah, 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 you know, because everybody's play style and capability of playing the game is different. However, as a baseline rule, the killer is clearly more overpowered than we are by a mile. I mean, way too much. And this is making it highly unfair. I mean, when we do get new players, do you think they stay? Hell no. Why would they? You don't give them a reason to stay and enjoy the game. You gave them a reason to leave. Because I guarantee that an individual, let's call him John, John could have started the game, exactly 1 week ago. And I guarantee he's been tunneled, face camped, and dead more times than not within, minutes. Do you think that John is gonna, continue to play this game? Hell no. Do I blame him for leaving? Hell no. I have to agree. I think he did the right thing by leaving. Because there are no rules and regulations set in place. Killers can literally do whatever you want. They literally can end the game in moments. And I feel like that's kind of, it's kind of bullshit. I mean, come on. Soul Guard, decisive, Metal Man. I mean, shall I go on about all the things that have been completely nerfed? It's disgusting, really. I mean, I myself am not really gonna, take the game that more serious anymore. I wasn't really clear on what they were gonna do with the rank reset until yesterday when I went from rank 1 all the way to whatever this rank is. I think it's 15. Well, that's a long far cry from, the 3 weeks that it took to get to rank 1. Yeah. So my enthusiasm to actually work hard at the game and put up with all the killers, that's gone. I'll probably play just a little bit here, a little bit there, but I'd say I'm probably gonna quit, like, permanently. I would say, with an educated guess, I'd say I'm probably gonna wind up doing what a lot of people do. I'm probably just gonna quit, and then I'll probably only come back when they release a new survivor and a new killer. I mean, you've got toxicity on every corner of this game. I mean, you've got survivors who message killers, you've got killers that message survivors, you've got survivors who message survivors, you've got survivors in the match who basically troll one of the other survivors. I've seen teams of 3 people who come in and, and pick on one survivor just to get him killed and get him out of the game. And I feel like this shit needs to be completely addressed. I'm not saying, oh, just, report the killer just because you're mad, but I feel like you save a video, send the video in, and it shows him tunneling you straight off the hook twice in a row. I mean, it's simple. I'm sorry, killers, but that's a 30-day suspension, you know? 3 of the same suspensions, for that same offense, and you're banned permanently. I mean, it sounds like a dick move, but I'm telling you, the game needs a change. And these survivors, I mean, they're just gonna keep quitting. I mean, behavior on one hand is a business and they want to make money. Well, how many people do you think, are gonna keep buying your overpriced outfits just to get tunneled out of the game in, 2 or 3 minutes? I mean, I can speak for myself. I'm not gonna spend $10, $15 for an outfit just to get tunneled out of the game. You know? I'm not gonna buy any more, survivors or chapters, so that, behavior can take our money. And when I say our money, I mean the community. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of millions of us, and, well, imagine how much money behavior is making off of people like you and I. I mean, there was a long time ago when I felt Dead by Daylight. It was fun. It was entertaining. Well, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, it's old, it's dull, it's boring, it's catered to killer. I mean, it's not. I mean, everybody's gonna have a different perception of the game, and I respect that. You know, killers are gonna be on one side of the fence, I'm assuming, screaming that survivors are overpowered, which I find, quite hilarious. I mean, let's be respectful here. Look at all the native abilities a killer gets, and then look at native abilities that survivors get. Nothing. Killers jump off a building, out of a window, no stun, and they can swing in midair and knock you, and injure you, knock you down before you're ever even on the ground. They get bloodlust, they get overpowered movement speed, they get their base abilities, and let's all not forget our personal favorite, 20-mile long lunge. Every killer. What? Why? So you've got lunge, bloodlust, and broken hitboxes. That makes for a bad day. You've got a latency, issue. People getting constantly hit through pallets, windows. I mean, there's a major, in my opinion, major issue going on right now with the lockers. Because I use head on. Well, Not now. I've been yanked out of more lockers lately than anything because you clicking the button. Great. And this is just too long of a ladder for me to bother trying to get back to one. I mean, I got way too many other more entertaining games. And I like how this guy's this close and he myself doesn't light up. I mean, he's literally right there behind the rock. I mean, come on, dude. That's some bullshit. I know what he did. He stayed up there and hid himself. And if he would have just come down here, I could have healed him way quicker. Or if he would have at least came down here and healed himself, I could have kept working on the gun to see that side. I don't know. It's whatever. I don't know. And that's something else. Explain to me why all the killers get, you know, toxic laughs when they hook you and knock you down, or, I mean, whatever, dude. Okay, whatever, dude. I'm gonna stay on the ground. Since they're pretty much farming each other. But yeah, see, the killer shouldn't have that kind of power to just go one person to the next person and make them just knock them down. Really? You see what I mean? Shoot, how? Did you not see me behind the wall? You see what I mean? And Dick Slinger has no crosshairs, so explain that one to me. How did this nigger shoot me and around the corner of a rock? Again, broke-ass hitboxes fell-ass mechanics.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hit me? There you go. I got reversed. Yep, I'm wasting your time. Go ahead. Oh, you're gonna slug me? Yes, dude. I still want to know how he shot me around a rock. They really need to put a line on the ground. I didn't mean to go out. But that right there was a good example of what I was talking about. Guy was literally knocking somebody down every couple seconds. I couldn't blind him. He shoots me from all the way behind the corner of a rock. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like I said, the game is 100% broke. What's that? Bite the bullet. Bite my ass. But yeah, that right there was a good example of how shitty the killers are. Shooting me when I'm already completely behind a rock. And again, how did he have that aim without cheating? Because I just got desperately back, and he doesn't have a crosshair. So I want to know how he was able to pinpoint aim and shoot me without a hack program like aimbot. I'm gonna go with he probably was using it. I tried to shoot people from far away. I mean, I only played like one match, but nope, I could never shoot anybody. You know, with no crosshairs, you would assume that it would be impossible to shoot somebody, but yet I see death slingers literally ding da ding da ding through cornfields halfway across the map. Like, how do you know where somebody is unless you're cheating? I've literally had death slingers like in the corn, and I'm halfway, you know, on the other side of the cornfield, ting, and just literally pull me through the whole corn. I mean, when I'm in the corn, I don't see shit on Killer or Survivor. You see corn. That's what you see. Unless you're right up on somebody. And it's a fucking pinhead. I'm sick of this guy. Everybody's sick of him. Yeah, you motherfucker has strength. Dude. And he hits me with a chain. You see what I mean? You know, I'm killing myself. I'm done with this movie, I told you. Oh, that's even better than my control dog. Yeah, no control dog. I don't care. I appreciate the help, but I'd rather just die. I'm sick of kills. And look, this nigga, no charges. Nothing. Enjoy your report, nigga. Yeah. Wow. I was trying to kill myself. And look at it. No tear radius, like, whatsoever. like how he's, why would you tunnel after me? Why? Look at that. Yep, and you see how fast that is? Like, I want to do 2 right now. You're recorded, son. That's why I'm doing it. I don't, honestly, it's been the last today. I've just had it with how overpowered they are. And he deserves a report too. And he's getting it right now. Yeah, I think that's it for Dead by Daylight for me. Like I said, I just don't feel like it anymore. You got a bunch of tryhards